Hello, this is a video for sewing up the hole for a tail. This works for plushies and other things as well. Sewing thread and needle. For this, I strongly recommend Dual Duty Heavy. I have one knot. I'm going to double it up, just like so. Now for anything that has stress or pulling or needs to be extra strong, I will seal this knot first with one of these and let it dry fully. Otherwise, wet glue will get on your fur fibers and you'll have to cut it off. So we are going to start the knot to be invisible, and what I mean by that is we are going to start it on the inside and a little further back so that it's not going to show anywhere around here. I have a favorite technique recently for making the knot tie onto itself instead of the fabric, and I will show you. So I'm stitching in, slightly back, very close to the seam, not in the seam itself. Bring the needle through, and I am going to guide my threads carefully. Grab the end and put the needle in between the two threads. This is going to loop it and put the tension on the knot, and this way your knot will not go through the backing of the fabric. For the ladder stitch, you're going to keep the seam allowance as even as possible and make stitches like this, like a ladder. So starting right next to the knot, in slightly, I can feel the needle hit my fingertip and I guide it through the front. As I pull it through, I am guiding the threads down with my fingers so that they don't get tangled or grab the fur as it goes down. And you can see the fur is already getting trapped. So I'm going to get with my other hand my brush, keep that out of the way, hold the fibers down if I need to as I bring this knot down. Have to untangle it. Pretty annoying. Just go really slow for this. Guide the threads down. And I'm not going to pull very hard yet until I get a few stitches in. Now I'm going to sew one stitch in the top seam. And I'm trying to keep my seam allowance about the same as I did when I machine sewed the entire tail so that this is consistent. Try not to stab yourself. That's always the fun game, isn't it? Like so. And to close the stitches, you're just going to pull this. And I'm going to show you how to finish the knot at the end right here. So say I'm finishing up and I did my last stitch. I'm going to do one more. And what I will do is make a very small stitch, pull the needle, and I need a loop of thread to work with to finish off. So I'm going to do that, cut a little bit of extra, and I am going to go to the loop that I just made and I'm going to separate it. I'm going to pull one of the threads all the way up. So now I have one thread, two thread, and I'm going to double knot these two together, pulling hard so that the tension is not on the fabric but it is on the thread itself, and this will keep your knot from popping through the fabric and getting loose and undoing your stitches. So just tie them together 1, pull hard, 2, pull hard, trim the excess. Hope that helps.